Well, here we are. There is our pure attraction plot. We're up here. We're going to put our fertilizer on, nitrogen fertilizer on today. Today is 7th, and it's 30 days old right there. That's where the corn got devastated, and this was our backup plan. So we'll walk over here. I'm going to show you. We're right at 7 inches tall on some of this growth. Brassica seed in there, forage oats, you name it. And unfortunately I see some velvet leaf, because what happened, it stopped raining and then the forage quits growing and the weeds really take off. And over here is our bean field. I think we got quite a bit of beans here. We're out here in them. They're 25 inches tall. They got a lot of pods on them in there, you can see. Great winter source food. I want to walk over across this bean field and show you. I've had people ask me about this, and I've always forgot about videotaping it, so today I'm going to videotape it. That's a pretty clean bean field. You know, it was under a lot of stress, and that was broadcasting them on. And I don't think I'll do that in the future, because it puts a heck of a population in there. And the bare spots, here's what happens in the bare spots. If nothing germinates, then the weeds grow in that area. For some reason the bean didn't germinate there, but on the most part it did. But I think 30-inch rows would be better, and then I could go down, and you can see the browsing on these beans. All these tips have been browsed off, but they got a lot of beans on them. So the deer have definitely been in here all summer. Now here's that conceal, and it did pretty good, considering it didn't grow hardly at all at first. I see there's some sorghum in there. There's a lot of different mix in there. But hey, let's see how tall this stuff is. Yeah, there it is. That's 67. Right there at my thumb is 72. That's 6 foot tall. And it grew in there really, really thick. That surprised the heck out of me, because it wasn't doing much for a while. And it did a pretty good job. I wished I had planted it in a different location though, but it's planted along a fence row right there. So anyway, that conceal, like I said, it places at 6 foot tall under an exceptionally dry year. And boy, I tell you what, you can see the browsing of these beans in here. These beans here are, well, they made beans and they were under a lot of stress, but the deer definitely, and keep in mind, this is the only bean field in over a square mile. So you're going to get a lot of browsing pressure. A lot. Yeah, hopefully it'll turn into tons of late season forage. Because like I say, the corn still have some left up here in this corner, but it's basically been wiped out too. So, but that's a backup plan. Always have one, because you never know what can go south on you. There's a different applicator. You're going to have to, on your brassicas and your late season fall annuals, they're not like the clover where you could mow it and then push the spreader around. This you're going to have to use your handbag seeder to walk it on, and it gets it on the same. And the reason for that is because it'd really be hard to push it through that vegetation with anyhow mine. If you had bigger wheels on it, it might be better, you know, like bicycle wheels. But I seen a fellow that made one like that, And if you had one that was that high off the ground, then you could probably push it a lot better. But I found the best way I can do this is to walk it on with the hand crank. And you're getting almost 25 pounds in that bag. So you takes 2 bagfuls to get your 50 pounds on. But so anyhow, just wanted to go over that with you. Once again, I like to wear the respirator. I don't like breathing that fertilizer dust. And eye goggles. You get that in your eye, it's going to burn like hell, I suppose. I don't know how hot hell is, but it'd probably burn pretty good. So we'll get to walking it on. Moose hunting in 2 weeks from today. Walk down there, walk back, and with the respirator on, and you can hear my heart or the breath. So that's pretty good. We'll turn it over here. Walk down, down and back. Once again down and back. Oh, not too bad. And I say food plotting is a physical workout also. So you get 2 things, 2 birds with 1 stone. Exercise and hopefully a late season fall annual. As you look right down this line right there, there's a difference. Pure traction is on the right, and no plow is on the left. And you can see the difference in the blend, where the no plow has a lot more oats in it, and there's definitely a difference. I say this side is the no plow over here. This side is the pure traction. Both fine products from Whitetail Institute. All in all, this has been a real challenging year for me to grow food plots. I seen some spots where I should have sterile disted it, but I didn't really have the time with the rains coming in, and sometimes your best laid plans go awry, and you just have to live with it. There's a couple spots over yonder where we have a lot of velvet leaf in, where if I would have let it germinate and then hit it with a disc, but the problem was the time element, and that's going to happen to each and every one of you. On a whole, we've got tons and tons of late season brassicas coming online, where the corn, well, that was a complete washout. And we've came back and did it our best, and I think we're going to be all right with that. Now, does it cost money? Yeah. That triple 13 that I put down for here was $385, and I just bought $105 worth of 4600, and I bought $80 worth of 624-24. So that 380 and 100 is 480. So you're talking somewhere around $550 worth of fertilizer, and that's no bullshit. But then again, I don't have any skin art on my arms, so I'd rather put it in the field than have people draw on me. I used to do that in first grade with colors, and the teacher would take my colors away, made me go to the coat room. because you just didn't draw on yourself back in the society I grew up. But that's a whole different subject. But anyhow, on the food plotting, we got a lot. We're supposed to have 2 days of rain coming in, and we'll come back. Like I said, we're 6-7 inches tall right now across this field, and that's 30 days of growth. And make sure, I had to wait, this morning it was exceptionally wet. You do not want to put that 4600 on, because if it sticks to the leaves, it'll burn holes in it. And just put it on, spread it out. It's easy to see. You can see your broadcast. I'll show you here. You look down there on the ground, you can see those little white specks. So you know where you're broadcasted at. And so don't get too carried away with it. Yeah, behind me, you can see this little plot. It's up on top of a hill. Had a natural opening. And it probably ain't, it's probably 30 by 30, 90 by 90. Yeah, B. I'm just going to step that off, just see how big that is. Well, I just stepped that off. It's 90 feet that way, 60 feet wide. And it's an excellent little spot for, deer to come up. And they're secluded back there, and they can be going to the big field. They can be going to the big field that evening, but they can stand back here and browse. And I don't know the name of this blend. Watchell Institute had it in like 1/3 of an acre bag. It's like some kind of secret blend, trial blend, and it really did good. I mean, you can see it's got shadowing on it on the half of the plot, and it's full sun, and it growed in really good. I'll pan around here. Like I say, you can see that part's in the shadow, or in the shade right now, and it extends way out there, and then full sun out there on the edge, and it really grew in pretty good, real solid. I don't know what was in the blend they told me, but I couldn't remember. It was on the phone. But yeah, that's, like I say, it's a perfect little spot up here on this hilltop, and it's always been bare, and so you can't have them too big or too small. If you got a place to plant something, plant it. You're trying to help wildlife, not necessarily trying to has anything to do with killing wildlife. As you can see, no water at the Missouri crossing on the 7th day of September. We haven't had rain for a good 10 days. There for a while. We did have 5 inches in August, so that was good, but now it's dried back up. Well, don't tell me hard work don't pay off. We put the 624-24 on this clover a couple weeks ago, and it's just beautiful, weed-free, proper maintenance, mowing it, the whole 9 yards. I'll just let you look at that. And people, what do you grow food plots for? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have the appreciation of that green field out before you, you might want to go get a mental checkup, because you are missing a few brain cells. You did that by yourself, created that lush green field, and that's the reward right there. You know, many animals are going to forage on that, but it didn't come without a lot of hard work. The results of the winter grains that we planted on the old clover field, and they've grown in pretty good. They're under stress. It needs rain, and we're going to crank the fertilizer on right now, and it's doing pretty good. It's doing pretty good, except for, like I say, it needs moisture. Oh, maybe tonight it'll get it. Who knows? We'll get the cranking this nitrogen on. Well, we're back in the shade. Feels the calm before the storm, I hope. Yeah, we've really had a robust crop of these hazelnuts. It's deer turkey ice cream, natural. And it don't take much. I just bumped this limb, and that is so dried out it just fell off. So if we get a lot of wind or something tonight, a lot of them will probably fall off on the ground, because it don't take too much for it to knock off. Well, that's going to put a wrap on the man-made food plots, but just keep in mind, you can do everything right, and you can have setbacks. Not failures, just setbacks. You just have to reload, regroup, and go at it again. Because each fall, each spring is a new season, and Mother Nature controls the weather, and all we can do is hope for the best rains and the timing. But that's all you can do. There's no, I want to put an end to this so-called celebrity stardom on food plots. There ain't none. You can plant them one year and be the champion, and the next year you can be less than that. But just go and do the basics and do the work and take what it gives you. But rain is your #1 ally, timely rain. This spring we had too much rain. This fall we had pretty good rain, but then it shut off. So there's no secrets to growing food plots. It's just you're trying to grow things in God's earth. And sometimes you hit the ball out of the park, and sometimes you strike out. Even Babe Ruth struck out, but he was noted for hitting a home run. That's it from the Non-Typical.